Take 10. Hello guys, welcome to another Silicorp video, and I want to make this one about loss aversion and taking profits. Today is September 1st, and when I checked my account this morning, I noticed that the markets were up 1.2% for the Nasdaq for no really apparent reason. And my portfolio was up over 4%, with several of my tech names hitting new all-time highs. And I thought to myself, should I be taking profits at these levels? And hence why I'm creating this video. I want to share sort of my thought process as quickly and coherently as I can, without giving investment advice or recommendations, disclaimer. I want to share my thought process with those watching, and hopefully the audience can take away something from this. When I was deciding whether or not to let it ride or to take profits, one of the reasons why I wanted to take profits in the first place is because I had this fear kind of creep over me, thinking, oh my gosh, am I going to lose what I just gained? That fear is what I describe as loss aversion, is my fear of losing money more than making it a gain of the same size. How many of us have taken profits too early and then just a few months later watch the stock or that investment triple? Livongo for me is one, Tilray's another one. I mean, I can go on with times where I've taken profits too early. Now, again, taking profits can be a good thing. It shows that you're disciplined and allows you to reallocate capital towards other investments, reduces your exposure to a single investment, and also allows you to buy that security if it were to dip. So taking profits is not at all a bad decision. It's just it can be a poor decision if not all the factors are appropriately accounted for. And what I mean by that is that looking at an investment decision as in the most rational way possible, and not letting that fear of loss aversion overcome you. So, for example, while I don't believe the markets should be trading as high as they are, while I don't believe my stocks should be trading as high as they are, even though I love them, I believe the market can and will continue this trend of going higher and higher. I've wrote a paper on it called The Bull Crap Case for Higher Stock Prices. But in summary, we have an economy which I believe will only get better as time goes on, sentiment, which I believe will only get better as time goes on, and the Fed, which not only has been very accommodative so far, but has communicated very clearly that they will continue to be accommodative. These factors sort of offset some of the cons that are out there, which include stretched valuations. One thing, a lot of sectors, industries are being hurt by low oil prices, low commodity prices, or I shouldn't say commodity, but low oil prices, and consumer trends shifting from retail to online, et cetera, et cetera. But again, at the end of the day, try to take a very rational approach and do a nice pros cons list, a nice drivers and headwinds list, and look at each security individually and say, can this continue? Can this trend continue? And if you believe it can, then like I do, I'm going to let my stocks ride. Again, this is not a recommendation, but if I were to think, it's not going to happen, things are going to shift, well, then obviously taking profits would be the right decision. So again, this is something that all investors face. It's something that you're never going to get right 100% of the time, but hopefully sharing my thought process behind, recognizing that we all have an emotional bias, that we all have a loss aversion. Maybe some have might affect more people than others, might affect people differently, but recognizing your emotional biases and your tendencies, and putting those aside and looking at your each investment decision at the most rational way possible. And I know that sounds basic and sounds common sense, but it's oftentimes we forget to do it. And so hopefully watching this video, you'll remember to, next time you come across this situation, to take a rational approach, to look at which way you're already leaning without even looking at the facts, and eventually ask yourself, can and will this trend continue? So again, 5 minutes, a little bit longer than I hoped it would be, but hopefully this helped. Let me know. Thanks. Bye.